Well, the fate of the Mercer building is still unknown as investigators try to figure out if they can save it. The last 2 days, the owners hired a private investigator to inspect the damage. Reporter Miranda Christian, doing double duty, has more on what's next.
This was the scene 2 weeks ago, flames shooting up from the ground, and then the building bursting into flames later on that night. Since that night, we've seen the Mercer building slowly melt the 100 pounds of ice enclosed around it.
So it's like any event like this takes a long time, but each day is a step closer.
The question of whether the building will last has been a huge one.
I'm glad to see that the building is still standing. I was here earlier when the fire was, just after the fire, I guess. And so it looked really, really scary at that time, but when I see it now, I see that the building is still standing, and so I'm hopeful that it's not a total loss.
Oliver Bonham Carter is a relative to the Mercer family. He says they're all waiting to hear what will happen. On Saturday, the private investigators took a closer look at the building by riding around in a basket operated by a crane.
This will at least give us an idea of what we're going to do from here forward.
One of the big questions right now is the durability of the north wall. Through all the de-icing, it's shifted, and there's been talk of knocking it down.
That's what they're looking at right now. Whether we have to do some shoring to it or we're going to take it down, that we don't know yet. That's their engineer's call.
To me, though, it doesn't look like it's changed that much. I don't think that it's as scary as they thought it was. And so I think that we're probably, we probably lucked out quite a bit.
The fire department says in order to find out what sparked the explosion, they need to get into the basement.
It's really going to be a little while. There's a lot of debris that came down when the floors collapsed, and so to get to the area they want to get to, we're going to pick the building apart piece by piece.
As foot traffic in the old market is getting back to normal, those who come to see what remains of the building are hoping there's a way to save it.
I kind of hope they restore it. It's part of Omaha history.
I know it's an iconic deal, and it's a waste. I hope they improve it, and when things are finished.
The private inspectors finished their work Saturday afternoon, and now they'll take all that they've gathered and figure out the next step.
I hope they can rebuild it, because it'd be very, very sad if this building were lost, because this is a wonderful, wonderful building.
In Omaha, Miranda Christian, KMTV Action 3 News.
Old Market businesses quickly joined together to offer former M's Pub employees work or financial help. Tavern owner David Kerr started this You Caring crowdfunding page. Thanks to the support of the Omaha community, the fundraising has surpassed its goal. If you'd like to help, you can find out more about the fundraising events on our website at KMTV.com.